Hello, hello, hello. Let's imagine we're traveling first class in style in a private jet. So, I wanted to talk about manifesting, okay? Now, Neville Goddard spoke a lot about the SATS method, SATS, which is state akin to sleep, which is imagining in your mind's eye how you want, of your wish fulfilled, how you want your life to be before you go to sleep. Now, that's all well and good if that works for you. In other words, if this is something that you're comfortable with, but not everybody's comfortable with that. I'm here to tell you that if that method, for lack of a better word, doesn't work for you, you're not out of luck, okay? Because you don't think of it this way, okay? Your life up until this point, okay? You've been manifesting your life up until this point. Have you been doing it via SATS? Even before you knew what SATS was? No, of course not. You have been manifesting your life because of what you're feeding this mental diet. That's why I preach mental diet all the time. Okay? And mental diet, what goes hand in hand with that is affirmations, right? Thoughts. All affirmations are thoughts that you feed your subconscious over and over again. So think of it this way. If you were the type, say things never really worked out for you, and you may have had a saying every so often, you'd say like, things never work out for me, or why don't things ever work out for me? That's a negative affirmation. You're feeding your subconscious. So of course, you've been manifesting that the whole time. That's why it's very important to stay away from self-deprecating humor, like when you crack a joke at your own expense. A lot of people do that. I used to do that a lot. You think it's projecting to the world that you have a good sense of humor, that if you can joke about yourself, well, you start telling jokes about yourself, the joke's on you, okay? Because those are negative affirmations. You're feeding yourself. You're making yourself the butt of a joke. Don't ever do that, okay? So stick with positive things, right? And you don't have to. Look, the SATS method before bed is fine if that's something you can do. I'm only here to say that you don't have to rely on that. And if that doesn't work for you, don't feel like this whole thing is going to work for you, because nothing could be further from the truth. You've been manifesting your entire life without that, just by what you're thinking over and over again. So start thinking positive. Think thoughts, replay thoughts, positive affirmations about your wish fulfilled. Whatever it is, physical stuff, body, money, whatever, relationships, it doesn't matter. Just feed those positive things. And you can also just do a general one as well. Isn't it wonderful? Because your subconscious, your mind, yourself, your God self knows what is wonderful, what you think of as wonderful. So, you don't always have to be specific. The specific stuff is fine, but just saying, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? That can work as well, because your subconscious knows what you see as wonderful, right? And wonderful things will happen. But again, if you want to zero in on a specific thing, keep telling yourself that. And I'm talking more than 5 or 10 minutes a day. You got a 24-hour day, right? 16 to 18 hours of waking time, for most people. So you're going to need to really hone that mental diet, to use the pruning shears, right? To prune that bush that's growing wild in here, and prune out the negative and fill it with positive. And positive affirmations are a great way to go. and do it through the day. And whenever you feel yourself being triggered, try not to react. Definitely deal with those feelings, but don't negative affirm and spiral down with it. And if you do, don't beat yourself up over it. Just get back on the wagon. If you fall off the wagon, get back on and just start up. Keep going the right way. But stick with your positive affirmations, your positive thoughts. And again, you want to do SATS before bed, that's fine. But, for a lot of people, I'll tell you right now, SATS don't always work for me. I end up falling asleep a lot of times, and I would beat myself up in the beginning. And, after a while, you're like, well, wait a minute. How did I manifest my life up until this point? I've been manifesting everything. But doing it with mental diet, your dominant thoughts. So make your dominant thoughts align with your wish fulfilled. And do that. And keep it up. And persist. Keep the faith. Keep the faith by persisting. Be stubborn. As far as your wish fulfilled, be crazy. You want them to be the jet in the background? Make that it. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. That's not your concern. Right? So anyway, I hope this works. I hope this resonates with people out there. Somebody out there needed to hear this. Please like and subscribe. Please go back and watch my other videos. I'd appreciate that. Like and subscribe on like on them if you already subscribed. Thank you. And watch the Neville Goddard lectures. I've got a lot of them. I've got a playlist, and please watch that stuff because it's important. It's important. The Neville Goddard material is very important. It's like the bedrock for all of this. So anyway, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.